And what's up, everybody? I'm back with another video game review. And today we are reviewing Splatoon 2. Yes, you want to see my original review on Splatoon, you can go check out the game reviews playlist if you would like. But today we are playing, and I finally got a chance to play Splatoon 2. Once again, thank you to LikunMiffery for letting me borrow this game, giving me an opportunity to play it. This game was released in 2017, same year the Switch came out. This is the first of still two Splatoon games that are on the Switch. The first Splatoon was a very popular game among people who played it. Very, very refreshing aspect for Nintendo, and really liked it. So, of course, it was bound to get a sequel. And here we are. And I gotta say right off the bat that, once again, I don't remember, I think, LikunMiffery, I think if I'm letting me borrow this game. Big Splatoon fan he is. I didn't know how much this game was really going to be similar to or similar or worse than the first game. I didn't know how much they were. I considered getting it. I remember back when it first came out and was considering to get it. A lot of the hacking or cheating that was going on with the online servers and stuff, and that kind of deterred me from getting it because I know how big that is with Splatoon. I didn't want my game experience ruined or tainted with it. So, but here we go. And again, like I said, it's a very similar to the first game. There's a lot of the town stuff, and a lot of the battling is the same with the mode, a lot of the battle modes. You can do the turf wars and all this stuff, and it's kind of the same process. You got a lot of the colors, still shoot the ink, and there's some new weapons, some changed ones, but not anything too grand. A lot of the enemies feel pretty similar. The maps feel a little similar, though I think they're a little bit better. We'll get to that in a little bit. And just a lot of that similar stuff that we saw in the first game, with a few additions and changes. There's some upgrades to the online battling mode in this game, and I know that's a pretty big part of the game. Sadly, it's pretty hard to get an online match going now that Splatoon 3 has been out for quite a while, so I wasn't really able to do a lot of the online battling as much as I wanted to, at least. That's whatever. It's not so it's okay. I mean, I was able to do some battling, and I was able to get still a pretty good handle, a good experience of the game. It wasn't like that was a huge thing that was taken away from me, but so overall, though, it just felt like it was pretty similar to the first game. I thought the controls also still felt the same. It was pretty hard to control the camera and the gun at the same time, though. Once you get the hang of it again, it's been a while since I played the original Splatoon, so I needed to get it back, especially with playing with the Switch and the handheld dock mode instead of the Wii U gamepad. That was a little bit different of a feel for me, but I was able to get it down pretty well to start. So. And then the story, there is a little bit of a story in this game as there is the first one. I know that the story is not a super elaborate part of the game as it wasn't for the first game. Though I think there's more put into this one. The levels feel a little bit more in depth. There's more to do in the levels, and to see, and a little bit longer. It's a little bit more polished on than in the first game, so that was nice to see. That's a good majority of something that you can get a lot of gameplay and a lot of time out of, especially with not being able to find a lot of online or just a lot of battles in general. If you still want to play Splatoon, that's a good way to do it. I do not like, though, when they use the term baddies to uh, to, to describe their enemies. How many times would I walk up to some like a platform and the tutorial lady would say, "Oh, whoever it was says, oh, baddies are coming." I'm like, do you not know what that means? I mean, even in 2017, in 2017, it had to be known that this was not a baddies did not mean enemy in the game. Like, seriously? Oh my god. That was funny, though. That was pretty funny. Got a chuckle out of it. There's a lot of other funny puns made. A lot of the bosses have, funny puns made. Especially the toast one. That was one of my favorites. I like that one. A lot of cool stuff there. And then, the online battling stuff. What are you going to do? You're at the Turf War. You got the more competitive ranked matches and stuff like that. Once again, I was able to experience as much of that as I had hoped, but I also found that a lot of other people also said that it was hard to play with friends. You would hope that they would have kind of gotten that fixed by the time this game came out, and with being the second one, but it's still a little jank. You have to kind of really align your time that you're on with your friends and stuff. I guess there's other ways that it's still possible. Just not as simple as it probably should be. And the big thing, though, the big battle mode that's like new for this game is the salmon run. And I think the salmon run was a pretty fun addition to the game. It's a different change. I can't different change. Of course, those are two same words. It's a nice change from other battle modes in the game, in my opinion. The Turf War and the competitive ones are pretty similar to each other, and they have the same premise. You gotta get as much ink down as possible in your color. And of course, they're different on the level of like intensity or whatnot, but otherwise, I think they still feel pretty much the same. This one's a little different, has a little bit different premise. It's also easier to play with friends on this mode, which is encourages more multiplayer gameplay, which is really, really nice. I know a big complaint early on in the Salmon Run's life was the fact that it wasn't always up. I don't know if they got that fixed or not, but it was still nice to give it a chance and give it an opportunity to play the game. So overall, I still think this is still a pretty refreshing and really fun battling game compared to a lot of the other shooters that I've tried, or at least are very popular, which is really, really nice. I wasn't able to experience as much of the game as I had hoped because of the fact that nobody plays this game online anymore with Splatoon 3 out. Sorry. And also, so I wasn't able to do a lot of that, but with what I could do, which is still a good amount of stuff that you can do in this game, it was a lot of fun, and it was fun with what I could do, and I still really enjoyed my time. Is it really that much different or that much better than the first Splatoon? No, I mean, there's a few extra additions, and there's some upgrades and some more functionality fixes, but on a base level, they're pretty much the same game, in my opinion, which is a little disappointing, but isn't, like, super surprising. They don't want to fix something that isn't broken, and I still think it's a fun game, and you get to play on the Switch, and that's a whole different control experience than the Wii U, obviously, so that's good too. But overall, still thought this was a pretty fun game. So my final score for Splatoon 2, probably a good 8 out of 10. I really liked this game. So I really liked it, and I enjoyed it. So that's all my thoughts on Splatoon 2, though. If you've ever played Splatoon 2, I'd love to know your thoughts about it in the comment section down below. And that's going to do it for this video. So stay tuned for much more amazing content, including more game reviews and other awesome stuff. And until next time, I will see you guys later. Goodbye.